Okay, good afternoon. Ben hametsarim. Today we're starting this is the first day of the 3 weeks period ending by Tisha B'Av. So, before I get started, today's shiur is for Refuah Shelema to Avraham ben Hannah, Rafael Chaim Meir ben Sima Chasha, Ditza Hadas bat Chana, Baruch Yonatan ben Chaya, Ora bat Dalia, Shimon Daniel ben Michal, and for this should be a zechut for all singles to meet their partner in life and build a home of their own. Sheyizku livnot bait ne'eman beIsrael, and for the safety of our soldiers to come home safe and sound. And this is Le'ilui Nishmat Aaron Moshe ben Helen, Nahid Sarah bat Iran, Solika bat Esther. Today is her Nachala, her Arayat. So, to recap, the 10th Dibra taught us to control our emotions, specifically jealousy. So, today's Hebrew date is Yud Zayin Betamuz. As I said, it's the first day of the 3 weeks, Ben hametsarim. It means in between the tragedies. Chachamim teach us all fast days are meant to help us to do teshuvah. We have 4 days that we fast because of the Churban of Bet HaMikdash, destruction of the Bet HaMikdash. So we have 4 days in a Jewish year. We have Yud Zayin Betamuz, Asara Betevet, Tzom Gedalia, and Tisha B'Av. Okay, so these are all days of fasts, Taniyot, because of the tragedies that and the Churban, the destructions of both temples that both of them happened on Tisha B'Av, and they last 3 weeks. From today until Tisha B'Av is exactly 21 days, 3 weeks. So these days are not really very good for us because unfortunately over the years, Jews really have been going through a lot of troubles at this time of the year. So what really happened? One good thing is that I would like to speak about is that Ruth and Boaz got married on Yud Zayin Betamuz. So this already Hashem, very early on in history, already started Mashiach to help us to get out of this galut, out of trouble. So Hashem really prepared a way out, a salvation for us. However, there are 5 things that happen today that are tragedies, not just regular things. The first one is the luchot that Moshe brought down, the first set of luchot that Moshe brought down from heaven. Moshe broke them because when he came down, he saw that the Jews were dancing and singing, having really a party around the Chet HaEgel. Around the golden calf, and that was Avodah Zarah. The second one, the Korban Tamid, the daily sacrifice that was offered, one in the morning and one in the afternoon, it was cancelled on that day. It means in the Bet HaMikdash they did not have any more animals to bring for Korbanot. The third thing that happened today, the Choma, the wall surrounding Yerushalayim, was broken by the Roman during the second Bet HaMikdash. On this day, actually, the Choma that was around Yerushalayim during the first Bet HaMikdash, that was also breached. It was breached on the 9th of Tammuz. but we cannot fast on the 9th and on the 17th of Tammuz. So Chachamim told us to fast also for that. The fourth reason is that Apostemus, the Rasha, he was a Greek general in the army of Antiochus. And as Antiochus had made terrible laws against the Jews, not to learn Torah, not to keep Shabbat, and so many laws, and he had his soldiers and generals all over the Eretz Israel to make sure that the Jews, they would catch those who weren't following the rules. Apostomus, the general, he got hold of a Sefer Torah, and it wasn't just any Sefer Torah. This Sefer Torah happened to be the Sefer Torah that Ezra HaSofer had written. What was so special about it? That Chachamim had kept this Sefer Torah, and whenever they wanted to write a Sefer Torah, they would make sure they would copy from the Sefer Torah. It was very authentic, and that's how they copied. That's what they used to copy from. And this general came around and burned the Sefer Torah of Ezra HaSofer. Just to burn the Sefer Torah in itself is a tragedy. It really is, because Sefer Torah represents all that we stand for. And who is Ezra HaSofer? Ezra HaSofer was the Chacham, the Navi, who called the Jews back to Eretz Israel from all over the world, wherever there were Jews. He told them, come back to Eretz Israel. We're going to build the second Bet HaMikdash. And then the last thing is that there was an idol that was put inside the Hechal, inside the Bet HaMikdash. Now, we're not sure who put it there. Could be the Greeks. It could be Menashe. There was a king who was, unfortunately, a Rasha. We don't know. We're not sure who put the idol there, but it was in the Bet HaMikdash. This day, Yud Zayit Bet Tammuz, now we're going to turn things around. Yud Zayit Bet Tammuz is actually a special day, is a good day. So how? We just listed 5 things that happened, 5 terrible things that happened on Yud Zayit Bet Tammuz. How can it be a good day? So we have to go back to history, to when after Moshe died and Yehoshua took Bnei Israel to Eretz Israel. There, the job that Yehoshua had with the Israeli army, the army of Bnei Israel, was to fight against 31 kings to capture the land and divide it into each tribe. So they went in and they fought against one king, and they captured Jericho. That was the first city. Then they went in and they captured Ai, the second city, and the second king. They were going to go next against Givon. That was going to be their next war. Except that, Givon, the people of Givon, they knew they had no chance against Yehoshua. They were very, very scared, just like all the nations, all those people who lived in Eretz Canaan. And they decided, we're going to make a peace treaty with the Jews. But they knew the Jews are not going to make a peace treaty, knowing they are just from Eretz Canaan. So they tricked Yoshua. They put on old clothing and old shoes and took bread that was moldy, and then told the whole story to Yoshua that they came from very far away, and now and look at their clothing. The clothing was good, but because they traveled for so long, now it's all torn. The shoes also, and the bread was fresh when they started to travel. And they came to make a peace treaty. So Joshua made the peace treaty. After they made the peace treaty and the Givonim went back, Joshua found out the truth. So he couldn't go back on his words. But they made the peace treaty. Joshua did curse them for cheating and tricking them. But what happened next is that there were 5 kings who decided we're going to go now after the Givonim. Why? Because if we go after Givon, then Yeshua is going to come and help Givon, and we have 5 armies. Oh, we'll win. We'll win against Joshua and his army. Hashem told Joshua, don't be afraid. I am with you. You have them in your hands. Go. And Joshua went. That day that they fought the war, that was on a Friday. Halfway through, Joshua realized when this war is not going to end before Shabbat. We're not going to have time to still go back all the way to our camp. We won't make it before Shabbat. So Joshua told the sun, stop. Shemesh begivon dom. Stop where you are, above Givon. Ve'yareach be'emek ayalon. And the moon, you are be'emek ayalon, stay there, don't come out. That day, instead of being a day of 24 hours, that day lasted 36 hours until Joshua and his army finished the war, and they were able to get back to camp, and they were able to get ready for Shabbat. That's when Shabbat started, which was really a big miracle. Chachamim teach us that on the day that something good happens, and there are miracles that happen on that day every year has a potential for miracles. So Yud Zayin B'Tammuz, the 17th of Tammuz, has potential for miracles. And according to the Gemara, Yud Zayin B'Tammuz was really supposed to be Rosh Hashanah. Now, according to the Gemara, our Jewish calendar was supposed to really look very, very different. All the 7 months of the summer were supposed to be very different, starting from Pesach in Nisan. Then Pesach, Sheni, the second Pesach, will be in Iyar. Pesach Sheni was made for those who could not reach the Bet HaMikdash on time. Then Tammuz was supposed to be Rosh Hashanah on Yud Zayin B'Tammuz. On Tisha B'Av was supposed to be Yom Kippur. On Elul was supposed to be Sukkot. Instead, we have nothing. We just have fasts, and we have Rosh Hashanah, Kippur, and Sukkot all together. Shmini Atzeret was supposed to be in Tishrei. Instead, we have all the holidays all squished in 1 month. So how come this is really the way it was supposed to be? Hashem created the world on the 25th day of Elul, and Adam was created on Aleph Tishrei, the first day of Tishrei, which is the first day of Rosh Hashanah. That's why we have Rosh Hashanah on that day. But within a couple of hours of being created, Adam sinned by eating the fruit. Since then, Ben Israel have been trying to fix the damage, to make a tikkun, to fix the world, the damage that happened in the world because Adam ate from the fruit. And to bring it to perfection, to the state before Adam ate from the fruit. So Bnei Israel achieved that state of perfection at the time of Matan Torah. I'm going to have to stop here, as this was his part 1. I'm going to stop here and make a second video for part 2. Come on.